some butter.
Fill them with fun.
That's fine.
Welcome to I-21 Movie Recapped. Today, I will recap a movie called Savage Grace. Savage Grace is a 2007 true story film. The story is based on the dysfunctional, allegedly incestuous relationship between a mother, her son, and her son's boyfriend. She seduces them to do bang bang every day. Okay, what's the continuation of the story? Batten down the hatches because we are going in hard. This is a spoiler content video. Enjoy the video and let's start the story. The movie begins in 1946, in New York City. In a luxury house, there's a woman named Barbara who is holding a baby. This little newborn baby is named Anthony Bakeland. The scene continues when Barbara is on the phone with her friend. Not long after, her husband arrives and they talk about the socialite party they are going to attend tonight. Barbara's husband, Brooks Bakeland, is the heir and grandson of Leo Bakeland, the inventor of Bakelite plastic, so he's been rich since birth. That night, they come to a socialite dinner at a luxury restaurant, while their son Anthony is entrusted to his grandmother named Nini, Barbara's mother. After dinner, it seems that the two of them are quarreling. Even when they want to go to sleep, they still spit out words, so this is a sign that their relationship isn't going well. Then the scene moves to 1959 in Paris. Now Anthony is 12 years old, and he grows into a good and intelligent boy who is proficient in French. When his father has a guest, Barbara, who feels she and her son are being harassed by this guest, finally she gets angry and immediately kicks the guest out. Her husband, who is disappointed with Barbara, finally goes to rent a hotel to sleep alone. But apparently, Barbara follows her husband so that her husband will forgive her. In the end, Barbara gives her bottom cave to explore by her husband, so they're doing bang bang and get back together. After they're satisfied, they go home. Both of them are surprised to find a boy sleeping in Anthony's room. His father says, "Who's the boy?" Anthony, who is bathing in a relaxed manner, replies, "That's my friend. I don't want to be alone when you guys are not home, so I invite my friend to talk and play together in my room." Anthony's father looks annoyed with that answer and immediately tells Anthony to kick his friend away, while Barbara only smiles and chuckles. Then the scene moves to 1967. Anthony is already 20 years old now. His family has moved to Spain. Anthony starts spending time with his friends, and he even gets acquainted with a Spanish girl named Blanca. His father thinks that Anthony has found the girl he liked, so he and Barbara welcome her happily and even invite Blanca to go on vacation with their family. When they are on vacation, it is seen that Anthony's father is more interested in Blanca. The two of them are chatting like that, and Barbara, who feels neglected, becomes annoyed. Then the scene moves to 1968, a year later, at an airport. Barbara wants to pick up her new secretary, but suddenly she sees her husband is with a young girl. Who else if not Blanca? When they look at each other, they both immediately avoid her, but Barbara follows them until she gets them. In front of everyone, Barbara gets angry and curses her husband and Blanca. Barbara is very disappointed and does not expect her husband to have an affair with the girl, because their affair not only hurt Barbara's heart, but also Anthony's heart. Barbara, who is still sad, now becomes even sadder, because when she gets home, she sees Anthony and her boyfriend doing a samurai sword fight. Anthony says to his mother that he really doesn't love Blanca because he only likes this guy, his boyfriend. Barbara, who just found out about it, can't say any more words and can only just give up. Barbara, who has just hired a new secretary, is finally able to treat her pain a little. This gay man, named Sam. He is usually in charge of escorting wealthy women, and now he is tasked with accompanying Barbara. One day, he is giving her a bit of advice so that she can get out of her slump. One of the pieces of advice is by suggesting that she restarts painting. On the other hand, Anthony, who is also disappointed with his father's treatment, finally becomes close to Sam. The two of them even sleep together and do a samurai sword fight. Without them knowing, it turns out that Barbara knows it. At breakfast, Barbara scolds Sam because he had done a samurai sword fight with her son. Anthony, who sees his mother's increasingly sensitive attitude, finally sends a letter to his father telling him to go back with his mother. Besides that, Anthony also tells a little about his disturbed mind. Then it looks like Barbara is starting to follow Sam's advice by going back to painting. But before the painting is finished, Barbara can't hold back her sadness, so she throws her brush away. Sam sees her from afar, then goes to calm her down. Because Barbara hasn't done bang bang in a very long time, finally, she orders Sam to explore her bottom cave until she feels satisfied. Even though Sam is gay, but they are still doing bang bang. After being satisfied, unexpectedly Anthony sees his mother who is sleeping with Sam, so he decides to go to bed with them. When Barbara wakes up, she is very surprised that Anthony is beside Sam. Surprisingly, Barbara laughs until they all wake up and laugh too. When they are all silent again, the desire comes back, and finally, the mother, son, and boyfriend do bang bang. Wow, that's really amazing. After that, Barbara starts to be cheerful again. But the happiness she feels doesn't last long, because Sam has to leave them. Finally, Barbara is stressed again and decides to suicide. It turns out that this reckless thing was actually also influenced by an incident in her past, where his father and grandfather also died by suicide. Fortunately, Barbara can still be saved. Barbara and Anthony are back struggling for their days. As a good son, Anthony tries to protect and helps his mother, including treating the wound on his mother's hand. Besides that, Anthony also often writes letters to his father, even though his father never replies to his letters. In his letter, Anthony tells about his habit of writing in reverse, so no one could read what he was thinking. He also tells him about his pet's leashes that were lost and he can't sleep because of that. From this, it can be concluded that Anthony's mental health is being disturbed. Then the scene moves to 1972. Anthony and Barbara have moved to London. Now Barbara assumes her life as a socialite. When Barbara comes home, Anthony asks her about the whereabouts of the dog collar he has been looking for, but Barbara says she doesn't know about the dog collar. Then Barbara changes the topic by discussing Anthony's disorder, who likes the same sex, or gay. Barbara is thinking about healing her son by touching her son's carrot, in the hope that his carrot will get up. After getting up a little, Barbara puts the carrot into her bottom cave and sways on her son's lap. But unfortunately, because there is no desire, Anthony's carrot returns to being sluggish, so everything seems in vain because Barbara is not satisfied. Barbara's treatment doesn't cure Anthony but instead worsened Anthony's mental health. Then Anthony asks again about the dog collar. Now Barbara can't take it anymore, so she decides to help him to find the dog collar, but Anthony finds it first in the kitchen. After that, Anthony starts crying. Barbara sees him and then scolds him who is crying while sucking his thumb. Anthony accuses his mother of hiding the dog collar. He also accuses his mother of writing backward in his book. Barbara is clearly confused because she doesn't know what Anthony is saying. It turns out that in his true story, Anthony suffers from schizophrenia, which is a mental disorder with major symptoms including hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, and disorganized thinking. Due to the debate continuing, suddenly, Anthony stabs a knife into his mother's stomach. Strangely, in this situation, Anthony still has time to order food and eats quietly beside his mother's corpse. Because he is proven to have stabbed his mother, finally Anthony is arrested. At the end of the film, it appears on a black screen with writings that tell about Anthony's life after the tragedy. Due to his mental illness, Anthony did not serve his sentence in prison, but he was sent to a mental hospital for treatment. After being considered cured in 1980, he was released and lived with Nini, his grandmother, in United States. But only a week later, he stabbed a knife into his grandmother's body. Luckily, his grandmother was still alive. Finally, Anthony was actually thrown in jail, but in 1981, he committed suicide by covering his head with a plastic bag until he ran out of breath. Finally, he dies. And the movie Savage Grace 2007 ends. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please, give me thumbs up and click the subscribe button. See you in another video.